I wanted to talk about 5 things that next Miku Expo can do better. When I mean things that Miku Expo can do better at is essentially not saying that Miku Expo is bad entirely. What I'm saying is that Miku Expo can do things that would make the concert and the whole entire experience of Miku Expo just 10 times better than it already is. When I first experienced my first Miku Expo, it was an experience that I will never forget. I came across a lot of people that have said that it was their first experience going to this Miku Expo, and funnily enough, it was its 10th year anniversary. I definitely believe that Krypton Future Media can definitely enhance the experience for Miku Expo because essentially you have Magical Mirai that has so many exclusive things that go on during that event, and I know this is that whole trend of Japan gets exclusive stuff before anyone else, or sort of thing that you see with most Japanese media, so on and so forth. But I definitely wanted to talk about things that Miku Expo can do better, that Krypton Future Media can definitely look at, analyze, and enhance. Ultimately, that's what we all want as fans, is to have a memorable experience, and even if these things aren't in the next Miku Expo, it doesn't mean that you can't have a good experience, because you still can. For example, I was able to hold up a Miku Dolphy that I never thought I would be able to do in my entire life, and that was like such a memorable experience because those Dolphys are very rare and very expensive to come by. Nonetheless, it definitely made for a good experience. Starting off with the first thing that I feel that Miku Expo can do better at. The first thing, and I know a lot of people can relate to this, is provide more merch. And what I mean by this, it's self-explanatory. More merch just means more happy faces. That includes glow sticks. I know glow sticks were a meme this past year with the lack of glow sticks being sold, and if they were sold at venues, it was probably up to 90 glow sticks. Mind you, there's hundreds of people going to Miku Expo. It's not just less than 100. I don't know what they were thinking by selling at least 90 glow sticks. That was kind of a meme in of itself. Also, the actual merch itself, like the physical clothing merch, which was another thing that I did like, and I actually did get myself one merch that I didn't get online, but when I saw it in person, I was like, dang, that actually looks really cool, so I just bought the merch, but it was only like one. When I did get to the merch stand, half, if not more than third of it was already gone. And so now you have a case where, you still have fans wanting more merch. And I understand that some of this merch was sold online, hence why, you could get it before the concert and then take it with you to the concert to actually wear, represent it at the concert. But for the people that weren't able to pre-order it online, there should be something that is guaranteed someone to at least be able to get that merch eventually in time when they do go to the concert. That's what a concert's mostly about. I always go to many different concerts nowadays, and I've seen a lot of, merch stands at the concert, and these bands have their merch online accessible prior to the actual concert, but still have merch still available to concert goers. So I think that Krypton Future Media definitely has enough money to produce that amount of merch so they can at least provide for everyone, even if they weren't able to get it online. I definitely think that this is something that could be accommodated for the next Miku Expo. I believe it's 2026. Moving on to my second thing that I want from the future Miku Expo is the idea of fan contest. And what I mean by fan contest, you know how they had the interactive sort of Miku paint sort of thing? I forgot what it is. I don't know. Pictures of Miku. I didn't really understand the whole point of the paint with Miku interactive idea. It wasn't really that interactive with many people, at least. Maybe there's some small group of people that found that paint with Miku being interactive. Like, I honestly feel like even if a small group of people did enjoy it, then yeah, pretty cool. But, for the majority of people, I found that most people were just chilling in line, just talking, and pretty much that was it. So having fan contests, what I mean by fan contest is essentially where people can either have cosplay contests, where you can like win like a little prize or something, And I found that when it came to contests, there wasn't really that many. But what I did notice at the concert when I went to my last Miku Expo was that people specifically were giving out little cards for specifically that Miku Expo. When I went to Toronto, I was able to bring back some little merchandise that just fans were giving out. That some fans were giving out bracelets, which I found to be very cool. And that's not something you see that much at many concerts anymore. So I found that to be very cool. And that sort of interactive experience where even if it's just the fans creating their own little contest, I think that would be very cool to see. Even if it's not something held by Krypton Future Media, I think that would be a very cool idea to bring the fans up and have it more interactive. Maybe like in the morning, the day of the concert, you can have like this sort of event where people can just go and participate in like Miku or Vocaloid sort of style events. I just think it would be really cool. It would also be a great opportunity to also sell merch along with it. So I'm thinking of a business standpoint and also a fan standpoint. So that way it can accommodate and make everyone happy at the end of the day. So my third thing that I want at Miku Expo, more than anything, is the idea of having more digital star locations. You only had 2 locations in the entire Miku Expo tour alone, being Los Angeles and Toronto. My goodness, when I got to experience digital stars for the first time ever, I have no words for it other than that I got to see Livetune perform his own song, and it being a remix, it was just so abysmal. There was even small Miku artists here and there that performed really well. I don't lie about that, but it was so good. They even performed Echo from Gumi, and I thought that one was like one of my biggest highlights. But for Krypton Future Media to have digital stars be in several locations, even if it's like 4 or 5, I know that's asking a lot, but I want more people to experience digital stars because it's sort of like this sideline sort of event. Digital stars in Toronto was almost better than the Miku Expo performance itself, and that's putting it very lightly. I definitely think that digital stars could have been better than the past Miku Expo that just passed, but I digress. I would love to see much more venues where digital stars is held. That's more for the fans that would really love to just listen to good Miku remixes and whatnot. And even if it's the same artist, that they could sort of like tour along with the bands. On a side note, I would definitely want the Japanese band to tour with the fans across the country. There's some bit of border regulations within countries and stuff, so I would understand why, you can't have the same band over and over because of border regulations with different countries. I totally understand that. The fourth thing that I would want at the next Miku Expo would definitely be better VIP merch. I'm not complaining and saying that the VIP merch was bad this past year for Miku Expo 2024. It was, by God, like one of my most favorite things out of the entire thing. I was able to get some of the VIP merch and put it in like this little frame where I have it sitting up in my room. You won't see it in the screen right now, but it's sitting up in my room. I have some of the little portraits of the little things that you get for the VIP in a little frame, along with a picture of the full band that I took a picture with along with my friend. I would love to have better VIP merch. I understand it's like a little sort of picture piece, and I don't mind that kind of stuff. One of my favorite things with the VIP merch was definitely the phone stand holder. At this point in time, I haven't put up my phone holder thing, like the pocket thing. I haven't really done that because I want to hold the value of that merch, because I know it's going to be eventually, in some point in time, it's Miku Expo 10th year anniversary merch, so I don't really want to tarnish it at all. But by better merch, what I mean to say is like, I know a lot of people would be getting this VIP merch, so I can understand how you can have a budget with it, but at least have like somewhat of like a maybe a VIP shirt where it has like this design logo and stuff on it, which would have been very cool to see, and that's something that I was expecting actually with the VIP merch this round of Miku Expo 2024, but it never did happen. I know Krypton Future Media are working with a budget, so totally understand that if they gotta go with one thing, then they gotta go with that one thing. With my final thing that I would want at the future Miku Expo would definitely, by all means, and I know it's been mean to shit, is the holograms. Need I say less? There's more of a reason why the holograms should be brought back. And at this point in time, another Miku Expo this year has been announced. I believe they are bringing back the holograms for that Miku Expo, which I find to be very like a big, not an FU to the whole America fan base, I guess, but I would have really loved to see at least the holograms be there. I guess they were trying out something new. A lot of fans on the side perspective of the screen definitely took it the harshest possible way, because they really didn't see the Vocaloids in their pristine form as they usually are. And that's something that a lot of Miku fans can resonate with. But I understand they're also making amends for it, which is why, I can forgive them for at least changing it back and bringing back the holograms, because that's really what made these expos, what made Magical Mirai or any sort of Miku style concert really popular to begin with. I mean, for God's sake, Miku was shown in a TV show once, and she was shown in her hologram form. And this is something that the world has never seen before. And sort of taking it away kind of ruins that spark that comes out of the performances. I am definitely certain that Krypton Future Media would bring back the holograms for Miku Expo 2026. I'm already guessing it now that next Miku Expo is 2026. But with that being said, definitely let me know your guys' thoughts and opinions. What 5 things or anything would you want on a future Miku Expo? I have been Noble Oath. Feel free to like, subscribe, comment down below your guys' thoughts and opinions. And with that being said, I will see you guys in the next one. Take care and peace.